Ugandan Foreign Minister Henry Okello, thank you so much, sir, for joining us on Al-Jazzera. Tell me first of all, what problems your country faces in terms of the illegal wildlife trade?
I think the challenge that we have as a country, being a landlocked country, is the situation of neighboring communities, cross-border communities, one. Number two, we have problems of terrorists and organized criminals getting involved into the trade of ivory and rhino horns. Number three, the balanced needs of the neighboring communities who want to sustain themselves by use of land, and animals who like to graze and get access to grazing land. And finally, they need to educate more and more people about awareness that about the illegal trade of ivory and rhino horns.
Educating people in countries where there is a demand to try and reduce that demand. What's your sense of what's going on inside this conference? Are people actually taking it seriously? Are there serious solutions being discussed?
I think so. I think this time more than ever, I think that the fact that this meeting is not only being held in London, which is a very popular place, but the fact that it's being sponsored not by an NGO or a civil society group, but being sponsored by the UK government, and the presence of the Prince of Wales and his two boys here send a very serious signal to those in attendance here and the world over how serious this subject is, not only to the UK government, but how the international community views the illegal trade of wildlife.
Foreign Minister, presumably a final solution depends on everybody playing their part, from the range states to the destination states. Everybody's got to do something. What is your country doing? What undertakings have you brought to the table here in London to help?
Our undertaking is very clear. We want to introduce new legislation in place to make sure that the penalties for those who are engaged in this crime are harsher, and that the courts are committed to enforcing those who are found guilty of this crime. We're also committed to find a way of means of communities that live around the wildlife sanctuaries to find means in which they can sustain themselves rather than getting engaged in poaching. And finally, we also, government is to invest more in getting more sophisticated weapons and more intelligence in order to ensure that we can fight terrorists and organized crimes that are involved in this illegal trade.
Okay, Foreign Minister Henry Okello from Uganda, thank you so much, sir, for your time. And that's all I've got for you from Lancaster House